Hey, what's up guys, Darren Isaac here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this summer sun-kissed makeup look that I did here on my model Precious London. So jumping right into skin prep, I'm going to use this liquid balm treatment from Thrive Cosmetics to prep her lips, just to make sure they're nice, moist, and hydrated for when I apply the lip later on. Next up is the Sea Mineral Toner from the Skin brand, and this is just gonna remove any excess dirt, oil, or residue from any prior makeup application. Alright, and following that up with some hyaluronic serum from the same brand. Super lightweight, but as you know, our skin really loves hyaluronic acid serum, and she's typically on the drier side, so I want to make sure that her skin is nice and prepped and ready to go for all the products that I'm about to lay on. Alright, and next is the Vegan Milk Makeup Moisturizer. Really love this. It's nice, thick, but it really helps moisturize and, you know, prep the skin for makeup. I'm not going to use primer, but all of these products in conjunction are really going to build up a nice texture for the skin so that I have a nice foundation to lay these products on. Or I guess a nice base. I'm not sure which one you guys wanna use. It's been a while, as you guys know, since I've been on YouTube, so getting all the proper terminology back to the, you know, front of my head is gonna take a bit, so just making sure that moisturizer is worked in nicely. Alright, now we're going to use this Thrive Cosmetics Eye Lifting Cream. So this is basically just an eye cream. There's some line filler technology, and she typically does crease in that area a bit, so I wanted to work this into her under eyes pretty well. I've been trying out the Thrive Cosmetics products here for about a month or so now, and I really love them. Alright, and setting all that in with the OLAY mist. This is the energizing facial essence mist. Really love this, and it smells good. And just fanning her down with my Alyssa Edwards fan. And I just wanted to try this out. This is actually new to me, the DANESSA MYRICKS Illuminating Veil. This is in the shade Goddess. And I knew I wanted her kind of cheek areas to be nice and glowy. So I applied that there, and then to the bridge of her nose as well. And I really love how this product clings to her skin prep and skin. I really do. So shout outs to DANESSA MYRICKS for that. As you'll see later on in the video, I'm going to use it again because it's actually really bomb. So her brows were already filled, so we're just outlining those with a bit of concealer. I don't like to pile on loads and loads of concealer. I just like a little bit just to detail and arch the brows a little bit. And I'm going to use this GERARD Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. Now this is the first time I've ever used it as well. This is the first time for a few products in this video. I'm actually doing a new technique on her as well that we've never tried. So tapping that in. And then I'm going to stipple the rest using this brush. Alright, now setting her eyes with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, just so I have a smooth base to glide these eyeshadows onto. And I'm going to be using the Beauty Rust palette from Colored Rain. If you've been following me on Instagram for a while, you know I've worked Colored Rain products into my routine quite a bit. So I'm just using that shade Natural and laying down a crease shade for us. Alright, next I am packing Recharged onto the outer kind of crease area just to build up some depth. I like to give that outer corner area a little bit more weight than the inner corner, or just over the whole lid. just due to the lashes that I'm going to use and the lift that I'm trying to give her eyes. And as you can see, applying dusk to further out or further deepen the outer crease and give it more depth. And then using that fluffy brush to continue blending everything. Now I'm taking Dream with my finger. I love, excuse me, I almost choked on my words. But I love applying shimmers with my finger. They just really melt onto the lid and give it more of a foiled effect than a chunky kind of glitter effect. So I really love doing that. And this is the LANCOME Grandiose Liner. Absolutely either my top 5 or top 3. I have a few liners that I like to use, but this is absolutely one of the best. Super flexible one, and it really allows you to glide on a liner, as you guys can see, with no problem. And I've been doing liner on her for what, almost a year now, maybe more than that. So I really just kind of know where to place that applicator and flick and swish. Alright, and going in to coat her lashes with some of this RIMMEL London Lash Accelerator. I first came across this mascara at BeautyCon. One of the vendors literally stopped me and handed it to me, and I've been using it ever since. I just re-upped and purchased 2 more, so I really love that mascara. And for eyes, I typically like my clients to have their eyes open just a bit, so I'll tell them to, you know, slightly open so I can lay that lash down. And I'll do like the inner corner, the outer corner, and then the middle. But everyone's eye is different, so depending on lashes, I mean, if you're having a bad lash day, it really just depends. But just having her open her eye so I can see if the placement is correct, and then clamping that together with my fingers. And then I just wanted to take the eye up a notch, so I wanted to try to apply that illuminating veil to her lid to see the effect that it would give. And I actually really liked it. That illuminating veil holds a lot of pigment. Like, I really like the finish that it gives the eyes. It added a nice little touch. So eyes are done, lashes are applied. And moving forward into the base, I'm going to go ahead and color correct just a smidge under her eye. And this is the GRATOBIAN HD Global Eye Corrector, or excuse me, Global Corrector palette. And I'm just using kind of that salmon shade to color correct under her eyes a bit. And then warming that up so that it blends in properly and doesn't just lay on the top of her skin. And then applying the same to the other side, and pay really close attention to the technique that I use. I'm not going to do like all over her face with, you know, just one color foundation. I'm going to do a little bit of the underpainting technique. I really love this, and I've been loving the coverage concealers I've been giving the skin lately. So I thought this was appropriate for the kind of Sunkissed look that we're going to achieve. It's going to give her kind of like a bronzy look that I like. So using this MILANI concealer, this is in I believe it's in the description there. I'm not sure which shade it was, but I'm going to begin contouring her nose. And this was literally her first time experiencing this technique as well. So I don't know, I really like it, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you a fan of underpainting? Have you ever underpainted before? I feel like it just really allows products to lay onto the skin a bit better. And I'm just working that concealer upwards and using a stippling brush to blend and, like I said, move that product into the direction. We don't want to swipe down or swipe back and forth. You really want to elevate the face. So upward swiping motions would really enhance the cheekbone area. And then I'm just using that same palette to Now conceal. We're not highlighting, we're really just concealing. We laid down that color corrector, and I just want to make sure that we conceal that area as well. And I'm going to use that same shade to apply to the rest of her face, just to make sure that everything is nice and cohesive. And then going in with that same foundation brush that I used to move her contour shade, I'm going under her chin, and then I'm going to go down her neck, just to make sure that, again, we tie, you know, all the colors together, and, you know, everything's cohesive. All we're doing is blending right now, guys. And cutting the cheeks just to add a little more emphasis to the cheekbone area. This is gonna pop, give her a little pop to the cheekbone area and lift it a little bit more. You guys know these techniques. Quit playing. Y'all know these techniques. Blending everything together using a disposable sponge. I really like the disposable sponges. I'm not a fan of the beauty blenders. There are a few that I'll still use, but the disposable sponges really just ensure that I'm not mixing, you know, any bacteria or anything from client to client. I just don't like using sponges over. So I'm just using this disposable sponge to blend that all together. And as you can see, this is literally coming together so well. I just really love how all those colors blended. Again, I absolutely love the coverage concealer has been giving the skin. So going in with one of my favorite brands, this is the KOSAS Cosmetics Revealer Concealer. They just recently launched this. I'm obsessed, so obsessed, you guys. This concealer really does work wonders. I've seen a few more influencers that I follow implement KOSAS into their routine. So shout outs to KOSAS for just having a range of products for, you know, makeup lovers to use, because I really love these concealers. And just applying that to all the points where I want to bring forth light and that she kind of creases. This concealer is really good to help prevent creasing. And she was live, you guys, so she was just running her mouth. So I blended out that concealer. Now I'm going to go ahead and set her under eyes with some Laura Mercier loose translucent setting powder, excuse me. And just lightly tapping that into the under eye area. We are going to do a light bake today, not too much, but again, just setting any area that I applied that concealer just now. And then I will set her brows as well, because you don't want your client's brows to move. So please make sure your client's brows are set, especially if you don't use a brow powder to set them. All right. Now, I've been using this Black Radiance pressed powder since I met her. I kid you not. This has just been the powder that I've used to bring back color and to set the foundation. So I definitely need to re-up because we are out, precious. But just setting all the areas and knocking off the loose setting powder. I do want to keep it underneath her eyes because I want to add as much brightness to that as possible. As you can see, all the concealer shades we used were similar and close to her skin shade or her skin tone. So leaving that brightness or leaving that translucent powder under her eyes is just going to add a smidge more of brightness that I don't want to use with concealer. I hope that made sense, you guys. Like I said, I'm trying to get back in the swing of things with explaining makeup here, voiceover wise, but setting that nose contour and bringing it out just a bit more with some powder. And this is the MAC Peaches blush, one of my favorite blushes in the world. This blush looks so fresh on her skin. So just applying that to the apples of her cheeks and using it to sweep away the bake as well. Her facial expressions are so hilarious. And you guys, I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough camera battery to film the lip and the highlight, so I cut to some B-roll of her showing off the look. but I'll make sure to grab a second battery so that I can, you know, cover all the details with you guys. But I just wanted to come back on here and give y'all some content. I've been really inspired lately to, you know, play with makeup again. So thank you guys so much. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more makeup content with me and my clients, or just me, myself, and I, and you guys, of course. Thank you guys so much for all the support. The website is back up and live, so feel free to shop DarianIsaac.com for all your merch. And thank you so much, Precious London, for all your support and always willing to, you know, collab and create some looks. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you on the next video.